Hey, what's up, guys? We're on another episode of Fund Your Freedom, sponsored by FundLinker, and today we have Ali on, and we're gonna. He has a credit repair company, but I'll let you introduce yourself, and we can get into some questions.
Yeah, my name is Ali. My full name is Alion, but everybody call me Ali for short. Some may say, "Hey, Prince Ali," but whatever people may choose to call me, Ali, Prince Ali, it's totally up to them. I'm from the Bronx, New York, born in Harlem, raised in the Bronx. My family's from Senegal, West Africa, back and forth from Africa here. And yeah, man, in the credit business for about 5 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Being in the credit repair industry, I actually used to do credit repair early on, and I personally didn't do well in it because there's just so many different layers to. But so what would you say, like, when it comes to credit repair, there's so many different things that people do. Yeah. So like, in your words, would you do credit repair, and that if someone never really understood the process, what would that mean to you? Explain, this is how I do credit repair, basically.
Okay, so basically, credit repair is one of those things it's definitely not easy. Like, that's for sure. So a lot of people don't really last in the credit repair industry because it does take a lot of studying, learning trying different dispute processes, seeing which one works for this account, which one works for that account, making sure that you're able to consistently reach out to the clients. It does come with a lot of headaches. People say credit repair clients are the worst clients. No, for real, it's serious, man. If you think about it, because when you take people money, you take their problems.
Okay.
And when people come to you, they have so many different problems. Sometimes you get people that's, hey, I'm getting ready to get kicked out of my house and I need a home. I need a new apartment this week. And it's this week? Are you crazy? What do you mean this week? So what were you doing the last 6 months or the last few years? You haven't done anything with your credit. But now you're coming to me to tell me to make a miracle happen in 6 weeks, in 1 week. It's ridiculous. So these are the type of people you're dealing with. And then also too, like, people got their families that they're trying to put in a better position. So when they pay you, all of that weight is on you. Because now it's, hey, you're going to fix my problems.
Yeah.
When most of the people have bad problems themselves. So with us, what we do is a regular dispute process. So we send out letters through the CFPB, send out letters direct to the bureaus. We upload it online. We have a consistent flow, and I do have a big team too as well. I can't do everything on my own, man. You definitely can't do everything on your own in this industry.
Seriously.
I'm telling you, bro.
I know a lot of credit repair companies that are a little bit smaller, and they're sending out all the disputes themselves. They're doing a lot of manual tasks when it comes to the credit repair industry. So you have a team. How many people do you have on your team?
I would say probably about 12 to 13. Oh, wow. Somewhere around there. Yeah, I have a big team. So I have about 3 different disputers. I have an onboarding specialist. I have a billing specialist because she has to go after. Because remember, you're dealing with people with bad credit. Come on, you got to chase them for the money. And believe it or not, sometimes you get people that don't want to pay. It's like, how are you going to run off on a person trying to fix your credit? Are you serious? The person that's fixing your credit, how are you going to try to run off on them? So I got a billing specialist because of that. And also, too, we do offer different plans and things depending on somebody's situation. We have what else we got? Billing specialists. I have 2 customer service agents. Okay. As well, because especially when you're getting a lot of calls, customer service is like the most important thing. Yeah. Especially when people got to wait 30 days for an update. Sometimes they may call you the same week. Hey, what's going on? What's up with my credit? Yo, we just told you last week that you got an update. You got to wait about 30 days. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you got to have that, man, because remember, people got real life situations going on. So for them, 30 days may feel like 6 months to them. Yeah. A week may feel like a month to them. Yeah. So that's when they end up calling. So we gotta really let them know. So I have that. I have an operations manager. I actually have 4 different disputers, to be honest. I also have my brother that I hired on my team too as well. He creates certain things that we may need on the back end. I have him. I have what is it? I said operation. Man, let's just say about 12 to 13 people on my team. It's a whole lot.
So I'm sure from the beginning phase of you starting the credit repair industry, you're doing a lot of stuff yourself.
Man, I was doing everything. You have to do everything in the beginning to know everything. You have to. Any industry you get into, no matter what it is, you got to be able to do everything. That's the only way you'll be able to scale. And also, nobody can really trick you when it's time for you to hire that person, because you know how much time it takes to do this, how much time it takes to do that. So you have to be able to know how to do everything in your business. You got to be able to know how to answer the phone. You got to be able to know how to dispute. You got to be able to know how to collect payments. You got to be able to know how to do like literally everything in the business. You have to. That's the only way you're able to teach others how to do the same thing and duplicate yourself.
So what was the first person you hired? Do you remember what position was the first position you're like, look, if I hire this person, this is going to help me get some of the time back and
customer
scale.
Service. I hired customer service, man. So I hired customer service. The first customer service agent I did hire, it wasn't really too good because she was from the Philippines. Yeah. When like people see me, they see a black face.
Yeah.
So when they speak to somebody, first, sometimes they expect them to speak to me, but when they hear an accent and they hear, hey, how you doing? Thank you for calling. They're like, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
So what they'll do is they'll send me a message and be like, yo, bro, somebody hacked you. Yo, I called and some lady from overseas picked up. I'm like, bro, that's my customer service agent.
Yeah.
They're like, what you mean? Oh, all right. Oh, she good? Oh, I'll tell her call back.
Yeah.
But that's the things that I went through in the beginning. And then eventually I had to then hire somebody from Jamaica. Because think about it, in here, in the U.S.,
yeah,
I like to hire Jamaicans.
Yeah.
I love Jamaicans. Because why? In the U.S., there's a lot of Jamaicans. So people, when they hear somebody with a Jamaican accent, a lot of Jamaicans, they speak very good English. When they hear the accent, they don't think that they're in Jamaica.
Yeah.
They think they're in the U.S. But when they hear sometimes when they hear a Filipino accent, they hear this, they automatically get tightened up. Or they hear Indian accent, people in the U.S. get tightened up, bro. They're like, no. You calling from India, you're going to ask me for my social net? No, we're not doing that. I'm not doing that. And people, when they come to you, they're already uptight. They're already closed. So you got to make them feel a bit comfortable because they're already still on edge. No matter what, they're going to be on edge until they get results. It's always like that.
Are you dealing with a lot of people? I know when we were outsourcing our credit repair to people, a lot of these people already went through credit repair once or twice. And so they already came in, like you said, tight shoulders. They shoulders up. And how many of your clients are coming in that's already been through like a credit repair company that either didn't do the work or it just took too long?
Okay. A lot of clients do come from companies where they didn't get the work done, but believe it or not, sometimes they do come and say, hey, this guy didn't do the job correctly. A lot of times that's the case, but a lot of times it's because they didn't do their part correctly. So a lot of people don't like to take accountability, so they like to blame others. They like to blame others for their bad habits. And keep in mind, a lot of people, like the thing about credit repair is when you first come into credit repair, the first thing you have to do is get your mindset right. Your mentality have to be right. Because if your mindset is not right, the same things you were doing to put yourself in that bad credit situation is going to continue to happen. So the mindset is the most important thing. You have to want change for yourself. That's the only way you'll be able to get change, if you want change for yourself. And it all starts from here. So a lot of clients they do come from people that didn't get the job right. And I do like those clients because when you do take care of them, it tastes better.
Yeah.
It tastes so much better because then they are always going to advertise for you and let other people know about you. Because a lot of people, when I went through the same situation that they'll be like, yeah, 2 other people couldn't fix my credit, but he did it. He fixed it. So now when they speak to somebody who had the same situation, they most likely go with you because it's okay. Somebody else couldn't fix his credit and then this guy did it. Then yeah. So that's typically what happens. It happens a lot, but I deal with those individuals.
Okay. So somebody comes to you, they're like, okay, I want to start getting my credit. Walk me through the process. If I'm a prospect and I say, hey, you know what? I want to get my credit fixed. I've been burned once or twice before. Like, where do I start?
How does it go? So somebody comes in with that situation. What we do is say, hey, first we'll ask them some questions. We'll try to qualify them. We'll qualify them first. That's the first thing we do. We got to make sure that your mind is right. And we also got to make sure that you're not financially struggling. That's another thing. Because if people are literally financially struggling, we can't really help them at that moment. You got to get your finances in order. You can't even pay a $25 bill on your personal credit card because you can't pay the minimum payment. How are you going to be able to pay us for our services? Right. It's going to continue to happen. Like the damages continue to build up, and then you're going to continue to blame. You're going to blame me. Like, hey, I paid you guys this, and you guys couldn't do nothing. But only thing you paid us was one payment.
Yeah.
But what we do is we ask people questions to see where their financial situation is. If people are going through struggling financially, then we don't want to help them at the moment. We can't because we know that they can't even pay their bills and they got to choose between paying us and paying to keep their lights on. And we don't want to put nobody in that situation. Yeah. So if we got to ask them, hey, are you able to make sure that you're not able to make any late payments on your bills with coming up? Oh yeah, I'm able to make sure. Have you ever did credit repair? Yes, I did, or I haven't. If we are to work on your credit, how serious are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Because we want to work with people that's serious and not curious.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. And also, what are your goals?
Yeah.
What are you trying to do after fixing your credit? What is your main reason for wanting to fix your credit? Is your reason to get a home? Is it to get an apartment? Is it to get funded for your business? So that we know what your credit profile should look like for you to get that and get it at the best rate. We want to work towards your goals and help you accomplish those goals. The only way to do that is to know what your goals are.
Okay.
So these are questions that we ask clients when we're bringing them in.
Okay. So since I do funding, a lot of people, I was partnering with some credit repair companies.
Yeah.
And man, every time people would send people to me, they'd send nice credit scores. They got a 720 credit score, 750 credit score or whatever. And they come in and I'm like, On the funding world, we're looking at, can this person get funding? Yeah. Your score only matters so actual score. They would have really good scores, nothing on their credit. Nothing. Just, I forget what they call those accounts. Like the little credit builder. The little credit builders. They put a couple of those on there and they're like, they're good to go. We're ready to get funding. I'm looking at it like, bro, there's 6 months of history. There's nothing else on their credit report. It's good, but so when you guys are building, so say I come to you and I want an apartment or I want to get like business funding, is that going to be a difference on how you like leave the profile at the end as far as building it?
Yeah, like you was just saying, it's funny, but it's true. People think that because they have a 700 credit score, even an 800 credit score, that they automatically qualify for funding or they qualify for the best rates in terms of interest. But people don't realize, like, your credit report is your walking around report card. It's literally your life report card. What you have on there, lenders are able to judge what you've done in the past and give you a rate based on that. Mm-hmm. So if they don't see that you were able to handle these type of accounts, you never had a loan in the past, you never had a credit card, you never had this. How can they give you $10,000 or $20,000, even $50,000 on the business credit card side? Lenders is all about minimizing risk. So how can they give you that if you show them that you can't even handle something that's $20, $25, or you're just paying a $20, $25 account for the past 6 months? Nobody's going to give you anything. Or not only that, or that you have authorized users, because a lot of people, bro, they swear on authorized users. Bro. I'm like, brother, man, that's not your account. That's smoke and mirrors. That's not yours. When lenders look and they see that that's Bob's account, Bob had a $10,000 credit card, Bob been taking care of his credit for a while, they would lend Bob. They're not going to lend that to you because you're not Bob. You're not doing what Bob did. That's smoke and mirrors. You got to build your own profile out with your own primary accounts so you can put yourself in a better situation. Don't rely on Bob's credit. That's not your credit. Yeah. Nobody's going to lend you anything. So that's extremely important, man.
I see that a lot of times. Yeah, I got a $10,000 credit card, $15,000. I'm like, okay, send me your credit report. I send it. I'm like, it literally says authorized user. You actually have one credit card with $500 on it, and then you have all these authorized users at $10,000 to $15,000, but personally you only have a $500 credit card.
Where are you gonna go with that? How can somebody give you that money if you only have a $500 credit? It doesn't make it. The math ain't mathing. It doesn't make sense. The math ain't mathing. So what you want to do, especially when it comes to people that needs to get business credit cards, they got to make sure that their profile is at least 5 to 10 positive accounts on there, not just little small accounts. Try to add some. If you don't even, for example, if you have the money, go to the bank and get a secure credit card, but make sure that you're putting down at least $5,000 if you have it. Put that down on it. Because now when you apply for another credit card and they see that you already have a $5,000 credit card, the lenders are going to most likely give you a credit card that matches that amount or even more. So now you're expediting your process opposed to just starting with the $300 secure credit cards. You're going to be there for a while before they graduate you and gradually see if you're credible. They're going to see if you're credible. It's going to take some time. So if you want to expedite the process, you want to do that. You want to make sure you have less than 4 inquiries. And you also want to make sure that your usage is not above 30 to 30, like it's not above the 30%. You want to definitely be at the 10% range, to be at the exit range. Because lenders don't want to give money to people that looks like they need money. Yeah. Why would I give you money if you look like you need money?
That's a big
thing. If I was to, let me say, for example, if I was to come and lend you, if you came to me, you'd be like, Ali, I need $1,000. I gave you that $1,000, right? And you just say instead of you paying me the $1,000, you told me you're gonna pay me next week. You pay me $25 or $50 a week. Huh? Yeah. And then you come to me a few months later when you still owe me about $800 and you're like, yo, Ali, I need $2,000. Would you give it to me? No. Why not? Because I haven't even paid you that balance yet. But good thing is that you're trustworthy because you are paying it. That means you are credible. Like I still got trust from you because you're still paying me. But you can't afford to do that if you can't afford to pay me back what you already owe me. Yeah. So it doesn't make any sense. And even the worst is, suppose somebody, you give them $1,000, right? And they owe you $1,000. And most time, if you do want to get rid of somebody, lend them that money. They ain't gonna call you.
They're not coming back. They're not coming back.
They ain't gonna call you. But those type of individuals, man, if you lend somebody $1,000 and they couldn't pay you back that $1,000, how in the world are you gonna ever trust them with anything in the future? That's literally like what a charge-off is. Like people don't, all these, if you was to look at somebody's credit report before they ask you for money, I swear to God, most people, you won't give it to them.
Bro, I'm telling you.
You won't give it to them.
Listen, this is why I think certain countries are starting to deal with like social scores. And I think like in the long run, it'll be a lot easier for us to know people's financial situations. Now it's getting easier because there's social media and you get called out if you lie real quick. But I think it's going to be even easier in the long term with all of like blockchain and like all this AI, because that would be good to know. Think about it. If your credit's messed up, you probably messing up in other areas of your life. Now, there are some extreme circumstances where people are going through stuff. But we know, because there's a lot of clients that may just be like on a habitual thing. And what I realized in the credit repair industry, and this is why it was hard for me to be in that industry versus like funding, they're like repeat offenders. They credit getting messed up and they'll get it up. And the first thing they do, the first thing someone does when they get their credit repair is go apply for something. And I'm like, bro, what did you apply for? I got a store credit card. And I'm like, why'd you get a store credit card? They only gave you like $500. And they're like, oh, I had to go get a new car. I got to do this. I'm like, bro, your credit is just, you literally just got to fix. So I know you guys are doing like the funding process. So how many times is that happening? Like when you have a credit repair client, they get their credit fixed. Do you guys have to move fast before they start using it?
Yeah. So basically what me and my partner does is my partner Jamappy Tapper, we work hand in hand like when it comes to credit repair and business funding. So basically what it is, we'll clean up the credit. We'll do what we got to do. We'll make sure the profile is where it needs to be. We'll make sure that, like I said, like the utilization is low. Everything is where it needs to be. Yep. Everything is structured properly, because structure is the key. And then we'll see what we can qualify from. But nowadays, what we do is we'll help like people. We'll tell them, hey, go open up a business bank account with these companies and make sure that you're putting in that money. Nurture those relationships. Yep. You got to nurture those relationships, because lenders nowadays, they're getting tighter and tighter because everybody's on social media trying to run all types of plays and this and that. They talking about plays that they never even ran themselves, right? It happens. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors on here. And they just trying to tell people so many different things that doesn't even work, or they just giving it all out. So lenders are going to be tighter eventually. Like they're not going to keep losing money, because a lot of people are defaulting on certain loans and things. So once we get everything right, we get the credit cleaned up, we get everything. Me and my partner will work on getting them the funding that they need. But the most important thing is to make sure that these clients have a goal. Yeah. A lot of people don't have a goal. They want to make the money, but then next week you look on Instagram, you're like, yo, this dude is in Miami.
Bro.
Damn.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Bro, we just got him funded last week and he in Miami in the club blowing the bag. Like, what is going on?
Quick.
It's crazy. People goals don't be in line, man. They don't be straight. Like, they'll get the funding and go blow the bag. That's why these lenders are getting tighter. People don't know what they're doing with the money.
Yeah, I've noticed that, especially over the last couple of years, it's pretty bad. With the lender side, I get it because the economy. But clients, they'll try to go spend the money real quick. Real quick. Yeah, now we have, on our side, we just make sure we have a plan, because if not, that money's gone. Even when they have a plan, let me tell you how easy it is for them to get off the plan. Very easy. I notice having to talk to clients on a consistent basis, your team is so important, because if not, they're like, oh, okay, no one's watching me? All right. You know what? I remember that one time. I deserve this. That's the biggest thing clients say. When they say I deserve spending a little extra money, and I'm like, all right, like how much did you spend? They're spending like $5,000, $10,000. I'm like, bro, where did you go? Why are you spending $5,000 to $10,000 of the bank's money from your business funding on some random stuff, on a vacation?
It's not your money.
I think it's hard for people to understand that. I think because of social media. Second, because most people are not, if you're helping someone for the first time get business funding, they have no clue. Like they really, as long as we educate them and stuff, but they don't understand the responsibility, I don't think. And I think of social media. There's a lot of stuff on social media that I'm listening to and I'm just like, bro, that is, and then the clients will come to you like, yeah, can we do this? I'm like, they're like, yeah, I have an LLC. I have an LLC and a 500 credit score. But all I need, because I watched this one video for 20 seconds, is an LLC to get funding. And I'm like, all right, well, what did they tell you where to go in the video? Well, no. Yeah, exactly, because it's not a real thing.
People talk about funding, and when you look at their credit profile, they never paid a bill in their damn life. Like, well, who funded you? You never paid a bill in your goddamn life. You give me nothing. Most people, no, I'm serious. Like, how you trying to get funding and you haven't paid a bill in your life? You owe so many companies. Your credit profile is, and it's crazy, right? Because sometimes, like, people may think that, oh, I don't want to give you my information. I think you're going to scam me. I'm like, bro, you scam proof, bro. Like, you scam proof. Like, I think we can put your social on a billboard right now in Times Square and you're not getting approved for anything. Like, you probably can't even finance a bottle of water right now. Like, ain't nobody scamming you. Look, you're literally scam proof. You don't even need identity theft protection. Like, bro, just the only way for you to go is up. Come on. And it kills me. I'll be like, sometimes I want to tell people, I'll be like, yo, wait, scamming who you? Like, ain't nobody scamming you, man. You better stop playing, man.
That is hilarious. That is the truth. It's so true because the credit repair, when I was doing it, there was clients like that. I'm just thinking, bro, I can't even apply for anything on your credit. There's nothing that you can literally finance. Not even a bottle of water, like you said. That's hilarious.
They'll go apply for something right away after you try fixing their credit. Right when you start fixing their credit, they'll go and apply right away. You be like, yo, what you doing? They'll try to apply for things while you're fixing their credit, thinking, all right, he's gonna pay for it. He's gonna fix it anyways, or even continue to run off on the other bills.
Yeah,
seriously, they'll do that.
I don't know why people do that.
And then they'll look, and then a new collection will come on their credit report. They'll be like, yo, hey, what's going on? What's going on? I see something new in my credit. You guys using my credit? I'm like, bro, if you don't get out of here, man. Like, these people, a lot of people, their mentality is just so off, man. But
so when you're doing that, and somebody say I'm doing credit repair with you and we're getting closer maybe to the end and it's doing good, and I have to go apply for something. I start running up a little. Maybe I'll go look for a car. A lot of people are doing this to me. They're like, I just went to a car dealership. So they're going to get their credit ran like 20 times. What do you guys do with that? Is that something that's included? Do you have to stop the process, or you just look, we got to read?
All right, this is what it is. If they go and obviously, if we already, because we're charging you, this is what you have on your credit, this was the price, all right. But if you out here still doing and adding like inquiries on your credit and giving us more work, obviously you got to pay for it. You got to pay for it. You can't just be doing anything you want to do and thinking that it's going to be you'll be free. You got to definitely pay for it. But we do tell people, hey, don't apply for anything because your profile is not where it needs to be at the moment. We'll let you know when it's probably a good time for you to apply, because obviously this is what we do. So you shouldn't be applying for anything. But people will go get 1 or 2 items deleted and go right direct to the dealership. And then their credit is shot. And then they'll give you a call. You'll look at their profile, because when we update it, my customer service representative, she updates every month. She looks at your full report, see what's going on. And we give them a breakdown. We give our client a call. We send them an email and say, hey, there's a full breakdown of what's going on. So when we look at somebody's profile, we tell people, hey, let me tell you something. We are going to see what you did on your credit profile next month. So just keep that in mind. If you went and became late on something, we will see it. If you went shopping, we will see it. We will see everything that you're going to do, because we're going to refresh your report next month. So keep in mind. And we know what was on your profile before. We know what is going to be on there after. So we got to hold people accountable. At the end of the day, your name is attached to it. So you want to make sure. I take pride in making sure that my clients graduate. Yeah. That's the reason why. I don't know if you ever seen my page. I was doing graduation phone calls, testimony calls.
Oh, that's dope.
People weren't doing that.
Yeah.
I was calling people live on the phone to give them to graduate them on a phone call.
Oh, wow.
Just to hear their live reaction, because I don't drink or smoke, but that kind of give me a high.
Yeah.
Just knowing, hey, how you doing? I just want to tell you, did you see your profile? Yeah, no, I haven't seen it. Okay, could you pull it up? Oh my God. Yeah, I just want to tell you graduated. Your credit is completely clean. Huh? You serious? Oh my God, man. 2 other people couldn't do this. I'm so happy. So I was getting live reaction. I was posting it. A lot of people were seeing that. So they get to feel that emotion, and they know it's not fake, because you could tell anybody make a testimony for you.
Yeah.
You could pay them money to make a testimony.
Yeah,
but when you get in a live reaction, you can listen to a call. No, that's not a fake call.
Yeah.
So I was doing that for people, because I take pride in that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And even giving out plaques too.
Really?
Yeah, I give out plaques.
That's dope.
I give out plaques.
That's
so people
dope.
could put that in their crib, and it's a reminder that, yo, every time I look at that, like, credit is not something that was taught in school. That's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
They would throw us out and they say, hey, figure this out. A lot of our parents got bad credit. They never knew about it. So just knowing that you have that plaque, you can look at it every time and be like, damn, I have a 700 credit score. It's a beautiful feeling, because at the end of the day, we do get diplomas, we get everything else. But at the end of the day, that credit report right there and that plaque that they have when they look at that, it's like it's a graduation. Mm-hmm. Your doors are completely open now, because now you're able to do so many other things that you need to do. But just one thing, I tell my clients, yo, if you do mess up your credit and it goes down, I'm coming to repossess that plaque. Straight up, repossession.
That's good.
Knock on your door, repossession. Give me that plaque back.
That's good. Yeah, I think that's a good reminder too for someone to look at it. Like, make sure you look at that before you make any decisions on your credit, because like you said, I'm gonna come get that plaque.
I'm repossessing that plaque. Nah, you don't have a 700 credit score no more.
Yeah,
like,
you got 500 now.
I had a client, right? This guy had a 700 credit score. I graduated him. I got the plaque for him and everything. And I got the plaque in my crib. And he messed up his credit. He said, yeah, Ali, above the plaque. Do I still get it? I said, you get what? I said, bro, don't even play with me. You ain't getting no plaque, bro. Because you had to re-enroll in the program. I said, bro, you're not getting this plaque. This same plaque right here that I was supposed to give you, I understand you had a 700. I got you there, but you messed up your credit. I'm not giving you this plaque.
How, from the process of him getting to 700, how long do you think it took him to like mess it up?
Bro, that guy done messed it up probably like a month after, bro.
A month?
Yeah,
wow.
Bro. I swear to God, like a month after. I don't know what it is, but he stopped paying on his car and stuff like that because he ended up getting a car. He started making late payments on his car.
Do people do that a lot as you're doing credit repair? I actually had a client believe that because she was doing the credit repair to stop paying the rest of her card. It wasn't even a bad profile. She only had one issue. She stopped paying her credit cards.
Was she with a debt relief program or something?
No, I don't know who told her that. She just was like, oh yeah, like, listen.
He got me.
Listen. She just, listen, in her defense, I guess she's new to this whole space, but for some reason she asked me, okay, so after you fix the credit repair, the balance of my credit card is going to go to zero. And I was like, no, you still owe the bank the $1,000. Your credit cards were not even messed up. Why did you stop paying them? Because now she went from just having a collection to now having a bunch of late payments for credit cards that she actively has. And they weren't even collections. And I was just like,
it's funny that you
weird.
That.
I've never seen that online, that you could just do credit repair and your credit card that you actively have open, now you magically owe nothing on it.
That's crazy. I don't heard people say, hey, so you're basically saying if my credit is cleaned up, I don't have to pay these companies back. That's one of the most common things people say. But I tell people all the time, hey, our job is to work on negative items that's not accurate and work on getting them removed from your report. It does not mean you don't owe that debt. Like you owe Verizon, you owe this company. If they decide to sue you, your job is to work on. Why are we working on getting this off your credit? If that thing's come off your credit, call them and make a settlement or do something then. Because at the end of the day, if you do not do that, bill is still there and they can sell it to another collection company and you didn't kill the debt. You did not kill the debt. So they're going to come after you for that. They're going to sue you and you're going to reach out to me and say, hey, they suing me. Yeah, of course they suing you, sir. You owe that balance. Your credit is cleaned up, but you never decided to go and settle it with the other company. So just because we're repairing somebody's credit doesn't mean we're eliminating debt. We're not eliminating debt. Anybody that tells you that they're going to eliminate your debt when they clean up your credit, run.
There's a lot of people
run far, run fast too, and don't stop.
Do you think that like the industry with being so many different things online, like with just that I hear that a lot, and I'm like, I watch these videos and I'm thinking, if I had no knowledge of this industry and I just got into like, I found out about this, it almost sounds like you're saying I don't have to pay my debt because I'm going to get it off your credit card. I'm going to get it off your credit report and it just like magically goes away. So what's some things that you feel like from online that is like a big misconception? I know funding has its specific things, but like in the credit repair industry, is there anything that comes to mind that's specific? Like you always hear before the client comes, when they come to you.
Yeah, that's one of those. I think I don't have to pay my debt. That's one of them. Another one is, let me see. It's so many, man. Oh my God, man. I'm telling you, it's so many of those. People think so many different scenarios. Hey, I don't got to pay my debt. Hey, credit can't be cleaned up. Is this even real? Is this even true? I'm like, brother, man. I've seen people mess up their credit, file bankruptcy 3 times, do what they got to do, get money. I don't know what they did with the money, file bankruptcy again, build it back up, do the same thing. So how do you think your credit can't be cleaned up?
Yeah.
It can be cleaned up. That's the reason why it's there. And truth be told, think about Donald Trump and these other guys that's even filing for bankruptcy. Yep. There's a lot of people even running crazy plays even with their credit. Like they'll run it up, do whatever they gotta do, file bankruptcy, and then do the things all over again because they know that once they file bankruptcy, they protect it. So it's so many crazy things people could do, but which I don't advise. But most importantly, guys, credit can always be cleaned up, guys. It's always errors on credit reports. Most of the times you'll see that the date are not matching. You'll notice that the balances are completely different on the credit report. And these companies are supposed to report things 100% accurately. And most of the times they're not doing that throughout the reporting agency, which is Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. So there's so many different errors on the report, guys. And the only thing is to just educate yourself and know that everything can be cleaned up. It's all about being persistent. You can't give up. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. That's going to be well worth it. And also, I have to tell people all the time, when they think about credit, people, oh, credit is expensive. What's expensive is you not being approved for what you need to get approved for. It's costing you more to have bad credit. It's costing you opportunities. It's costing your family opportunities. It's costing you opportunities to level up. Some people can't get into our federal jobs because their credit is shot.
Yeah.
It's so many different things. So it's costing you more opportunities to have that bad credit. So think of it as an investment and not a bill. So when you switch your mindset and you think of it as an investment that's going to be that's going into yourself, then you'll be able to progress. But if you think of it as a bill, then you're at the wrong place and your mindset is not where it needs to be.
That's key. Yeah, there's jobs that will do a credit check, especially in Vegas. So it's a lot of these places, a lot of these hotels are doing it, and casinos. And I know a couple people that are like, nah, I got the job and then I got fired because the background came back and it came
jobs. You're dealing with money.
Yeah.
Some jobs you're dealing with money. If you go, I know people that's working in Homeland Security. Bro, if somebody knows that you are struggling financially and you can't pay any bills and you're literally dying, what happens if somebody just comes across and say, hey, you know what? Let me get this in. I'm going to give you $20,000 or $100,000 or even just $10,000, $20,000, whatever. Most times people are corrupt because they don't have they don't have money. They're struggling to take it. They're struggling, so they'll take it. So that's why they always have to do that background check, because it's to protect the security of the country.
Yeah.
They have to, bro. That's why so many other countries, like I'm from West Africa, Senegal. This is where my family is from. So I always identify myself as a Senegalese American. Like countries like where I'm from and other countries back home, and not even that, you go to Dominican Republic or you go to third world countries, like probably the Philippines or Jamaica, anywhere that's a third world country. A lot of the police officers over there are corrupt because they're struggling, and a lot of people in general are corrupt because they're struggling financially.
Yeah.
So could you imagine America, people giving money to the police or even the federal agents to get through with things? You can never imagine that in America. But in other countries, it's normal because they don't really make that money. They don't make enough money. So 99%, not even 95, that's too little. 99% of the people, the authorities that's overseas are corrupt because of finances.
It makes sense.
So it's easy to get to somebody if they're struggling financially.
It makes sense. Have you ever heard of the Maslow hierarchy effect?
No, I haven't heard that.
So basically, that's an indicator that they use, especially in like urban communities and when people don't have money, because that's one of the things. Having basic shelter, having food, having money, like those things. When you don't have, it starts to get your mind literally starts to mess up because you're like, I got no money. So I have no money. Now I have to go do certain things to get money. So that's why I think what you're saying too about the credit repair, what I realize is a lot of it is that mindset, because in the beginning, they already have a different rationality of why they're walking around with the 500 credit score, and it's literally more expensive. If you have bad credit, it's more expensive in the long run if you have good credit. Bro, the interest rates on cars is insane. You can't get you can't move into a better area. You don't even have a credit score. So even if you have the money, you might not be able to move into a better area because you don't have the credit. And now you're living in an area that may not be the best. But when I learned about that, it made me realize, like you said, a lot of people will do certain things when they don't have the money. And it's because that they're mentally not stable because they don't have basic things.
A lot of people, if you really think about it, their credit is holding them back, and they are putting their family. Some people are even putting their family lives in jeopardy and putting their families in danger because of because of their selfishness and their abilities. For them being selfish and not wanting to elevate and fix their credit, they're risking their family lives because they're staying in that low poverty area and they're staying in that bad community where it's extreme danger just because they don't want to fix their credit. So now suppose that they fix their credit and now they get to a higher class community because their credit. Bro, I know somebody that had to pay. He paid a year for his rent, his whole rent. Yeah. I swear to God, a whole year in advance. He paid for his whole rent because his credit was bad, and they was not going to give it to him as a monthly. So he paid for the whole year up front.
Yeah.
He had the money, but he paid for the whole year up front. Imagine how bad that is.
Bro, a lot of these apartment communities,
they don't play.
Housing communities will do that now because they're like, at one point as a business, people have to decide, okay, do I fight against what's already happening, especially during COVID? Or do I just say, you know what? I'm not even gonna look at your credit because I already know it's messed up. Like I just know it's messed up. But you could do a year up front. We're gonna make all of our money and we're gonna let you come in. And I've noticed a lot of businesses are doing that. A lot of companies like the Klarnas and Afterpays and a lot of these companies you can't have bad credit. Because if you have the bad credit at that time, maybe your credit's getting bad, but there's still so many lenders that are going to give you crazy interest rates, illegal interest rates. Some of these companies doing illegal stuff.
Oh no, they killing people,
bro. So high, but people are like, no, I got a credit card for $300, and I'm like, okay, what? I've never heard the company ever, and I realize more and more people are popping up like that because of the people not wanting to change their credit. Because at one point, the businesses are like, we'll just make some money on the interest. We're going to sell it to a collections company or the housing companies. We'll get a year up front.
Can you blame them?
I don't. And then the reason why I don't is because, again, at one level, is do we fight what's happening and what culture is doing and society's doing, or do we make some more money? Because if we do this, we'll make an extra 5 to 10% a year. That's why it's important for people to take accountability of their credit so they can be, because once you have a 700 credit score and you actually have it structured right, you know what I notice when I'm helping someone get funding and they're so uptight at first, especially if they just got their credit fixed and they're like, we do it, and they're like, we do it pre-approvals first and stuff, but they'll start doing it and they're so scared to get rejected. Like those are the most intense calls, is when they're like, man, I don't know if this is gonna work, and they're like, bro, relax, just relax. Let's do this. We'll take us one step. I had a client that did a pre-approval, got rejected. She was so upset, and I'm like, oh, no, we'll do the next one. It was for a home equity line of credit. I'm like, you have 2 places. We'll do the second place. She's like, I don't want to do it right now. She's like all stressed out, and I was just like, we're good. It said it was because of the collateral. We'll do the second spot. She's like, no. So she waits. A couple weeks later, she's like, she did the pre-approval. She's like, I got it. I'm like, first thing I said, I told you. I'm like, you needed to take a break, didn't you? Because, bro, once they get rejected, when they're so used to getting rejected,
they're used to that. But because the thing about it, right, even if you have a great credit score, sometimes some lender just may not approve you.
Yeah.
They just may not want to rock with you.
Yep.
Like, when I was financing my vehicle, obviously I didn't go to a dealership. I went through direct to a credit union and used that money to then go to the dealership and then purchase my vehicle from there. So I just had one inquiry. And then also I was able to get the best rate because the credit union gave me that rate, opposed to me going to the dealership and they shopping me around the whole goddamn nation and coming up with a crazy rate, man. I didn't have to do that. So I just went direct to a credit union. But what happened was, believe it or not, I was with Navy Federal for a little while. Navy Federal, like, I had another company that rejected me, and my credit is in the 7, like, I probably have a 787 credit score. I'm not in the 800s, obviously, because I could be in there if I wanted to. If I had like a trade line, I don't have I guess I didn't have a home, a mortgage on my credit, and things. I'm getting people 800s, but I don't have it. But I can get approved for anything, just about. But I got rejected, right, from one company. Navy Federal that I've been with for a while gave me a rate of like 13%. I said, oh, hell no, y'all not about to hit me with 13. But I went to another credit union, and that credit union gave me a rate of 5.99. And I didn't have that relationship with that credit union for a while. So companies could reject you for certain reasons, and some may give you a higher interest rate. And I thought Navy Federal would have given me the best interest rate, but they didn't. PSECU gave me the best interest rate. So it all depends, but it's all about trying. If I would have gave up that first time and said, oh no, but they rejected me, then what? You gotta try different things. Not overextend yourself, but you gotta try, because every company requirements are different.
Yeah, that's really good, because I don't think people realize that when they're looking at starting to apply and doing different things like that. So let's hit it. You got a horror story in this industry? There gotta be something, man.
Man, I got so many horror stories, man. I don't even know where to start from, man. Horror stories happen all the damn time, man. Oh, damn, what horror story can I think of, man? I got so many damn horror stories, man. It happens all the time, man.
You just used to it now, huh?
Bro, I'm used to it, bro. I don't know. There's a million of them going through my head right now. I don't know which one to pick from. But I get a whole lot of horror stories, to be honest, man. Yeah, did you have a horror story when you started?
Not. Bro, I just had a lot of clients that would just go run their credit up, right? And that was bad. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do this. I could just do funding. And I found more success in funding because people weren't, as soon as you dispute 1 or 2 things, they ready to just so quick. And I was always amazed on how quick people would just, I didn't expect that. No one told me as I'm doing it that these people are going to do, as soon as you do 1 or 2 things. What the biggest thing is, I will say, in mindset wise, what always threw me off, and now I realize it, is you take someone from a 500 credit score, 550, to a 620, they think that your credit's fake. They're like, oh no, my credit's good. What are you talking about? I'm about to go apply for an Aspire card and all these random little cards. And I'm like, bro, you're not ready.
You're not getting anything. You're not getting
anything. A lot of people think 650 credit scores is, yo, bro, I've never seen my credit. Bro, there's a lot of clients who are like, I got a 650, I'm good. I'm like, dude, have you ever had a 700 credit score? And that's when I realized a lot of these guys haven't. They messed up their first or second credit card.
They do.
So they never even had they never had a 700 credit score.
Man, it'd be crazy. The people that never had that credit score, they don't know how to handle it. They never had that. They don't know the value of it.
Exactly.
That's why we try to teach others how. That's why me and my partner Jamapi, now we're starting to teach others how to know how to understand their credit profile, how to benefit from it, how to run the business funding industry, how to run a credit repair company too as well, so they can scale it, make five figures or 6 figures a year.
So break that down. I know you're doing a challenge here.
Yeah, so we're going to be running a challenge on November 3rd. Or we should be running the challenge at that. We're going to be running a challenge at that time.
Okay.
We're going to be teaching people exactly how to make extra income, because I end up doing this for myself, but I wasn't always doing credit repair. I've been doing it for about 5 years since COVID. But before this, I was doing door-to-door sales, man. I was knocking on doors, bro.
Oh, really?
I was knocking on doors, man. I was knocking on doors for about 5 or 6 years. So that's all I was doing, man. I was getting cursed out, doors slammed in my face. You know what I'm saying? People saying, go away.
Yeah.
Yo, hold on. Stay right there so I come shoot you. Just don't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting all types of things happen to me. I was putting my life at risk every day when I woke up, man. So now to be doing this and to be saving lives by teaching others how to clean up their credit, how to start a credit repair business, and teaching others how to do the same thing and not being selfish, just passing on that same information. And then my partner is going to be teaching others how to fund themselves, also how to run a funding business and make that money at the same time. So they're able to change their lives and their family lives at the same time. It's a beautiful feeling. It's amazing. We'll be doing it on the 3rd of November. We'll be teaching others how to do the same thing, man, and literally change their family lives, man.
I love it.
Crazy. And we've been doing it, and we're doing it at a great level, because a lot of people out here teaching these things, they don't actually do it though.
Yep.
They can't do it. They don't have systems. They don't have a system. They don't have employees. They don't have staff members. How can you teach somebody to do something you've never done yourself? A lot of people are great at marketing, but they're not actually doing the work.
Really good at marketing.
Yeah, so we are literally doing the work, and we're going to give out the full blueprint of how we're able to do what we got to do so that others could then implement it, and it works. It would work. If only the people work, it's going to work. Only if you work, it works, but it's going to work. And now we're going to be changing other lives just by doing the same thing, teaching what we've been doing for a while.
I love it. I love it. All right, tell people where they can find you.
Man, you can find me at The Only Prince Ali. Send me a DM, send me a message. Don't be scared. We're going to make it happen, y'all. We're making it happen. November 3rd is going down. We got a 5-day challenge. We're going to be setting up some webinars, man. We're going to give out all the game. And, yo, I truly appreciate you, man. I want to give you flowers for definitely having me on here, man. And I've been watching you for some time, man.
Yes, sir.
I've been watching you for a while. I've been watching you for a while, man. Like, even before I knew Mo and everything, I've been watching you. Like, that means you've been doing something right, bro.
Yes, sir.
Because I've always seen your ads and see you with the Toro and seen how you've been doing. And also, too, which you give out a lot of information. And if I always looked at you, I'm like, yo, this guy knows what he's talking about. Because you show people the good and the bad side, and you talk so much about what you do. And a lot of times people in this industry, they just show things about lifestyle. They show cars, they show this, but they don't show people what's really going on. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And somebody like you that been teaching it, I've been watching for quite some time, and you're somebody that's more than qualified to teach others how to do the same thing. And you're somebody that I definitely want to spend my money with, because I've been watching for some time. And man, so I'm glad to see that when I seen you with Mo, I was like, yo, Mo, that's Mo guy. And I'm like, yeah, that's good, because these are two people with good energy. I never met you in person, but I knew you were a genuine person just by watching you on the internet. People can know who you are just by watching you.
You got to tell the good, the bad, and the ugly, man.
Yeah. A lot of people do not do it, man. They'll tell you the good, but then when the ugly happen, they don't tell you how to bounce back from it. And people like him and Mo, man, they teaching people how to do that, man. And that's what I like about y'all, man. I like your chemistry and your bond, bro.
Thank you.
For real. I
appreciate that. Let's get it. You guys tap in with them, and you don't want to miss that challenge. And the biggest thing I realize in any industry, and this industry specifically, is the systems. And if they're going to talk about the systems and get you guys right, tap in.